Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today I'm going to bring you a really great Feng Shui wealth activation. It's a little bit complex, but don't worry, I'll walk you through it. Not to worry at all. It is a very early in the morning activation though, so if you are not a morning person like myself, this may be a bit of a struggle, but I will do it anyway, and I hope you will join me in this activation. So, the date and the time that you need to put in your calendars are March 6th, and this needs to happen at 3:19 a.m. in the morning. I know it's super early. I'm not happy with the time either, but this is just how it is sometimes. And well, I would say if we do get some wealth energy flowing, then I'm more than happy to just set my alarm clock. All right, so this is 6th of March, 3:19 a.m. And as always, this is local time wherever you are. So please don't worry about translating this in any other local time zone. So wherever you are, 6th of March, 3:19 a.m. Now, this activation has two steps. There will be a water activation and there will also be a fire activation. Yeah, so this is a two-prong approach to make sure that we get the most out of this auspicious date and time. And we will have to leave the water and the fire in place for a minimum of 2 hours, maximum until midnight on that same day, right? So on 6th of March at 11:59 p.m., that's the latest that you have to remove this water activation. Make sure that you don't leave it there until the 7th of March, even if it's just a minute or two after midnight. Yeah, so we want to conclude all of this on the 6th of March. All right, now let me show you what you have to do. So first of all, you have to identify the North 1 location in your home. Now, you have to stand in the center of your home. Ideally do this on the evening before, right? So that you know where you need to put that water activation. So stand in the center of your floor plan or of your home, and then just use a regular compass, a phone compass. You don't need to use a Feng Shui Luopan. Just a regular compass will do. The one that you have on your phone is perfectly fine. And then you check where do you have the 345-degree range, plus minus 5 degrees. So anything between 340 and 350 degrees will be fine. Yeah, so check where that is. And then we want to make sure that we use the outer part, the widest area of that pie slice. Yeah, don't put the water in the center or close to the center. The energies there are not very powerful, and they are also a little bit confused because we have other stars there. So the furthest out that is possible. It doesn't matter whether that's a bathroom or a kitchen or whatever. It's really completely irrelevant where that is. Just make sure it's inside your flat, not on a balcony. Has to be inside your flat, just at the widermost point. Now, some of you may have followed another activation of mine that required you to put a water feature in exactly this spot for the entire year. And so you may already have a water feature there. If that is the case, for this particular activation, you still need to put an additional one. Yeah, still put an additional one for minimum 2 hours, maximum until the end of that day, and then remove it. Yeah, just do it anyway, because this will amplify the energies. All right, so it may look a little bit funny for one day because you've got two water features in that same area. Don't worry, it's just a very short inconvenience. All right, now once you know where to put the water, obviously you set your alarm clock to this very early morning time. Make sure that you put a water bucket there, and ideally it's an empty bucket, and then you start filling it up with water. Yeah, so don't place the filled up bucket into that sector. You need to actually have an empty bucket, put the empty bucket into the sector, into the north 1 sector, and then you may have to walk between your kitchen or your bathroom and that bucket and just keep on filling it up until it's completely filled. You insert a water pump. Yeah, you can get this at any aquarium shop. They're quite cheap. So insert one air pump. And if you want to create a fountain effect to make it quite aggressive, as what you can see here on this picture, you may have to put a PVC pipe on top. If you don't know how to achieve this result, just take this to an aquarium shop and tell them you need to achieve this effect. They will be able to help you. Yeah, don't worry. Now, at exactly 3:19 a.m., you need to turn up on that pump and make sure that the water is moving. Now, the bucket itself, as always, as big as possible. Yeah, don't use a small water bottle or like a small pot or whatever. As big as possible. It has to be open at the top. The color of the bucket doesn't matter. The material of the container doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether it's on a shelf or whether it's on the floor. Like, really do not worry about these things. If I'm not mentioning it here in this video, it's not important. All you need to do is take the biggest bucket or container you can get, put it there in that area, and then turn on that pump at 3:19 in the morning. Now, just leave it there for minimum 2 hours, or just till the end of that day. That's the water activation, and that will really, really kickstart the wealth energies that you have there in the North 1 sector. Now, in a second step, once you have done this, so this is the first step. After that, we are doing the fire activation. Now, for this fire activation, you first need to actually plot your Bazi chart. Again, do this the night before, otherwise you get confused and then you get scrambling that early in the morning. So plot your Bazi chart, go to this link and enter your date and time of birth. Now, if you don't know the hour of birth for this activation, it's really not important actually. So all you need to enter is your date of birth, and then you will get a chart like this. And what we need to pay attention to here is literally just the year you are born in. Yeah, so this one here. This is what we call the year branch. So you see this person here is born in the ox year, in the rooster month, the rat day, and in the monkey hour. But we are ignoring for now these other three earthly branches or animal signs, and we're focusing only on the ox. We're focusing on the animal sign that you have in your year, right? So make sure that you take note of that, because depending on what you have in the year, you will need to use different locations for the fire activation. Now, let me show you. So if you are born in the year of the monkey, the year of the rat, or the year of the dragon, you belong to the water frame. Yeah, that's a 3 harmony frame in Feng Shui, or even in Bazi astrology. So monkey, rat, dragon, if you're born in any of these years, this applies. So this means that you will have to put candles in 3 locations: North 2, Southeast 1, and Southwest 3. Now, for those of you who are not metaphysics practitioners, this will mean absolutely nothing. So I will give you the degrees. You will have to put candles in the degree range of 355, 120, and 240 degrees. With each of these, it's plus minus 5 degrees. So 350 to 360 degrees, 115 to 125, and 235 to 245. So within those degree ranges, you place candles. Now, importantly, you need to put the strongest area is the 355 North 2 area. So where I have the star here, this is where you put 3 candles. Yeah, 3 candles. You can use the ones, the tea lights from IKEA, just put them in a glass, yeah, in a drinking glass, for example, so there's no fire hazard. Or put them somewhere on a glass surface or a stone surface, whatever. It doesn't really matter. A tea candle is perfectly fine. The color of the candle is not important. The size of the candle is not important. Yeah, don't fret about these things. So the most important location is this one here. Yeah, 350 between 360. There you put 3 candles. Yeah, 3. All right. And then the next location is this one here. You put 1 candle here, and then another one here. go in clockwise direction. So first you light the 3 candles here, and then you go all the way to this location here, which is 120 degrees. And then after that, you go to this location here, which is 240 degrees. All right. So this, you have to do this in a clockwise fashion. Again, put it in the outermost area of these pie slices. Yeah. It has to be inside your flat dough. And then just leave the candles for minimum 2 hours or until they just extinguish all by themselves. All right. So this is if you're born in a monkey, rat, or dragon year. Now, the next one, if you happen to be born in the snake, rooster, or ox year, then you belong to the metal frame, and the locations in which you have to light the candles are different. So the locations in which you will have to light the candles are West 2, which is 270 degrees plus minus 5, so 265 to 275. We always prefer the middle point, so that's why I said 270. You also put a candle in Northeast 1, which is the ox location. So that's 30 degrees. Again, plus minus 5 degrees, 25 to 35. And then Southeast 3, that's 150 degrees, all measured from the center point of your flat, right? So 150 degrees plus minus 5 degrees. Now, the most powerful sector here, where you need to put 3 candles, is this one here, where you see the star. Here, you put 3 candles. All right? This is 150 degrees. Put 3 small candles. And then after that, the next location is this one here. You'd put 1 candle here in the 270 degree. And then again, we go clockwise. Then you put another one in the Northeast 1, which is 30 degrees, yeah, plus minus 5 degrees. So this one first, 3 candles, Southeast 3, that's snake. Then we go to the rooster, 1 candle, and then another one in the ox area. All right. So first here, 3 candles in 150 degrees. Then the next one, 1 candle in 270 degrees, and then the last candle in 30 degrees. All right. Now, next up, we've got all those who are born in the tiger, horse, and dog years. If you are born in those years, you will belong to the fire frame. And you have, again, 3 completely different locations to place those candles. So the first one is South 2, 180 degrees plus minus 5 degrees, so 175 to 185. Then the next one would be Northwest 1, 300 degrees, so plus minus 5, 295 to 305. And then lastly, we put a candle here in Northeast 3, which is 60 degrees, 55 to 65, yeah? All right. So the most powerful one is the South. So we need to put 3 candles here. These are the first candles that you light. And then you go all the way to Northwest 3, which is 300 degrees. And you put 1 candle here, yeah? And then again, clockwise direction. Lastly, we go to Northeast 3, tiger direction or tiger sector, another 1 candle here, yeah? So all together, you will need 5 candles, 3 in the most powerful sector, and then 1 each in the other ones. And then lastly, we have got the wood frame. This is for all those who are born in either the pig, the rabbit, or the goat year. Pig, rabbit, or goat. Now, for those in the wood frame, again, your locations are completely different. And that would mean that you have to light a candle in East 2, Northwest 3, and Southwest 1 locations of your flat. So East 2 is 90 degrees, plus minus 5 degrees, so 85 to 95. Northwest 3 is 330 degrees, plus minus 5 degrees, 325 to 335. And then Southwest 1 is 210, so we make that 205 to 215 degrees. All measured from the center point of your flat. So the location where you need to put 3 candles is here. That would be the southwest one. Yeah, this is where you put 3 candles. And then you go clockwise. You put one here, 1 candle in northwest 3, and then you go all the way to the east and you go put 1 candle here in 90 degrees. All right. Now, if it just so happens that one sector of your home is missing, then just don't put a candle there. Very simple. Yeah, no need to panic. You just put a candle where you can. As always, do what you can. Yeah, don't worry so much about what you cannot do. Just do whatever you can and then leave those candles until they just extinguish by themselves, or you blow them out after 2 hours. All right. So do this after you have done the water activation. And this method ensures that the wealth from the water activation actually flows towards your animal sign, towards you. All right. Now, only do this for one person in the household. Otherwise, you have candles all over the place and the energies are going to get very, very confused, right? So if you have 2 earners in the household, just use it for one. The other one may use it in their office, but that requires them to go to the office at 3:19 in the morning, right? So probably not so convenient. So just do this for one person, okay? Now, once you have done this, as always, you need to follow it up with action. And activation is only as good as the action you take afterwards. Once you have triggered all these energies and made sure that these energies are actually flowing your way, you then still have to take the right actions. So launch a campaign, launch a new product, launch a new service, set up business meetings, go to networking events, make some sales calls, do whatever it takes to promote yourself, to promote your product, your service, whatever it is. Do something wealth related, or open a bank account, a new one, and then just deposit some cash there. Just do something completely new, or meet with your financial advisor and come up with a new investment strategy or a new savings plan, or whatever it is. Just continue do wealth activities, and you need to start doing this within 24 to 48 hours after you have done this activation. All right. I hope this helps. I hope you will all see an abundance, an inflow of abundance after you've been doing this. And if you have any questions, as always, get in touch with me. You can leave a comment in the comment section below, or just email me. My email is in the notes to this video. Like the video and share it with anybody who may need a little bit of a cash infusion there, or some help with their wealth energies. And please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.